Hello, everyone out there on the internet. I'm Jack of all trades, and we're here for the Bad Batch. This is season 3, episode 9, The Harbinger, which is not a title you typically hear in a positive context. That said, it's also not a title that I hear much in my day to day. I don't know about you guys. The example that comes to mind for me of The Harbinger is the creepy old guy, the gas attendant in the beginning of Cabin in the Woods. That's is it Eli his name, but he is the Harbinger, sort of American horror movie archetypal Harbinger. But yeah, it's usually not good. Whatever is being harbinged, I guess. Uh, Last time Hunter and Wrecker met up with Fennec Shand to try and get info on M Count and why the Empire is putting out bounties among the top tier bounty hunters for M Count targets. Omega doesn't seem to be on a list like that. Omega's being hunted as her own thing. Perhaps they're trying to keep that hush hush about her specifically. But yeah, who were the other M count targets? Gunji was brought up last episode. I hope not. I hope he's okay. And Omega and Crosshair are doing a bit of meditation and trying to mind over matter, brain over body, help Crosshair's tremor in his hand a bit. Let's see where that goes. Let's see. Oh, and Fennec radioed. Well, not radioed, but Fennec called someone at the end. So maybe that someone is going to be hot on the heels of the batch in this episode. Perhaps that's our Harbinger. Without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, play. And a reminder again, I have seen the trailer for this season, so I do know some characters that are going to be popping up, and I will be alluding to that knowledge in this reaction. I've just been throwing it on screen in the previous reactions to remind you of that, so if you haven't seen the trailer and don't want spoilers, don't watch this video. Well, potential spoilers. I might be wrong, but my summations from the trailer. Pabu on a grey day. Ooh, that's a first. Well, there's the tsunami, I guess, but grey sky.
You got it, Becca. Thanks for the help, Crosshair.
Aww. Aww. The locals getting to know him. Thanking him for helping the community.
I checked the ships we're dealing with.
I'm also thinking M count. Okay, it's not entirely likely that everyone in the galaxy knows what midichlorians are. Anakin didn't know what they were until Qui-Gon told him, so it's not something that a slave boy on Tatooine would know. Or someone would have told a slave boy on Tatooine, at least. Meanwhile, what you call it? I think we've only ever heard the phrase M count used. Ooh, we're crossing this line into the shadows. Batcher can sense something bad. Oh.
What is it? What's wrong?
We've only ever heard M count used by the Empire or people getting that phrase from Imperial sources.
We've been in there plenty.
So that's just the Imperial code phrase for that to obfuscate what it's account of. Is my take. And again, from the trailer, I'm just waiting for like a yellow light to ignite in the background somewhere. Oh, we got a ship. Not one I immediately recognize. I appreciate you being brave, Omega, but if you find a ship, you run and get the others. Thatcher.
Where are you going?
Yeah, there she is. Okay, we're just in. We're just in. That is Ventress. That's enough of a click for. Okay, but again with the hair. Had she not been in the trailer, that would have been amazing. I can't wait to watch. I think Blind Wave have they deliberately avoided the trailer. Oh no, they saw it at Star Wars Celebration. Never mind.
Gladly. You know.
Aw, that voice.
Clones who are trying
The
to
light in the
lay
dark.
low. You're fairly selling spectacularly. Especially that one.
And who are you?
The wrong kind of attention.
And why is that?
That's the
I wonder if they've ever heard of Ventress.
First, tell me why you want this
Also,
information.
the good-looking model.
Consider it my
Like, the
payment.
eyelashes are standing out to me. It really pops.
Not my problem. But if you do have a high M count, consider yourself warned. The Empire will hunt you down. There's your info.
Speaking from experience.
Wait,
Move, child.
so is that why the Empire's been after me?
I can't determine your midi-chlorian levels without testing you.
Then test
Oh, she said the word!
Believe me, the truth is...
They said midichlorian.
please. No one's been able to give me
Asajj Ventress said it. In a Disney...
Need to know what.
Asajj Ventress said the word midichlorian in a Disney-era Star Wars project.
You asked for this.
That's weird. I like it, but that's weird. It almost feels like a bad word.
One of them.
Season 1, we were all speculating that Omega was Force sensitive in some way. Her meeting Ventress was definitely not on my bingo card.
Files from the Republic archives. You're right.
Ooh.
It's her.
Yeah,
Asajj Ventress.
yeah, okay. They had their
Why would a
suspicions.
separatist assassin be helping us? Who says that's what she's doing?
Also, the war's over. There are no separatists anymore.
What happened?
Separatist Republic is all Empire now.
It's too slippery. I'll start over.
Ventress offers her her hand.
We're moving on to the next test. Now then.
She's sending her away so they can have a chat. Yep.
Whatever.
Affinity with animals?
Hey girl,
It's a
I'm gonna
force
need some
thing.
help. I need to get to the Arcumen fast. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Okay, riding Badger. Cool. Omega has a mount.
For my help. Remember,
Get in your ship and go before we make you.
you can try.
We've taken down Russ.
So have I. No
Oh.
cheating.
Oh, okay. Oh, but she's so fast. She is so fast. Like, I feel like they're cutting frames or something. Okay. Okay. Crosshair versus Ventress. Oh. Yeah. I like the batch more than I like Ventress, but I feel like they shouldn't stand a chance. Maybe the whole team together, but... Oh, the tremor in his hand, though. Okay.
Good little
Oh, the theme!
and stand.
Is that the first time we've had the theme this season?
Following orders.
Haha! Is that the first time we've had the Bad Batch theme this season? I can't recall it. It's still playing here. This is still the theme. This is where we get the saber. Oh! Hey! Oh! So why is it yellow?
I wasn't planning on killing you.
Oh, and it's our same hilt.
Very tempting.
And that's the line from the trailer. Omega's gonna make it back to see this. I'm now glad that they revealed. Oh!
Miss Omega. She's a war criminal.
Crosshairs down.
Things have changed. Something you clones should be familiar with.
We are not the same.
No. We were pawns in the same war. And we all lost. The Empire is more dangerous than you could possibly fathom. I'm many things.
How much of the plan did Ventress know? I'm sure she didn't know about Sidious and Palpatine. She may have known of Sidious, but not that it was Palpatine and the whole plan or anything. I mean, Dooku didn't know the full plan, and he knew a lot of
You don't
it.
know the things.
No chaperones today?
Nope. You said no distractions.
They're watching from a distance. Crosshair is watching down a scope from somewhere. Oh, is Batcher a distraction?
I'm surprised you came to find me. They must have told you all about the things I've done.
They did. But you also stuck around instead of leaving, so I think you're trying to help me. And you like us. I can tell.
You're an odd little clone.
Thanks.
Time for your final test.
Are we stealing this boat, or have you paid someone to hire it? I believe either. I'm liking this. Does Ventress see her younger self in Omega when she was a youngling Padawan?
It'll be easier to concentrate.
And Omega's also older than
Exactly.
Anakin was. And he was too old, so.
Have an affinity for nature. They can close your eyes and reach out.
For what?
Everything.
No, that's a good line. I'm getting Rey from The Last Skywalker. Not The Last Skywalker, The Last Jedi.
I like this. We should
Close your eyes and reach out. I like the line, for what? Everything? That's great.
You did.
But yeah, watching from a distance.
How does she know we're watching?
Because of course you are. Lead by example. A demonstration of your power. School of fish to circle the ship, or a whale to surface. Ooh. Ooh, little bioluminescent buddies. Circling the ship, nice, nice.
Well, that doesn't look good. Get to the Marauder.
I want to see the rest of that creature, but also I like the mystery. Oh!
Did you summon that?
And and the mouth stained in the bioluminescent juices of the other fishy creatures. Oh, and it got tentacles too. Okay. This turtle, squid, armored, beaked thing. I like Ventress with the hair back. That's a good look. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, oh, and the bubbles off the saber. Oh, just like the Mon Cala arc. I love it. The camera bobs slightly in the water. Good. Oh, it's like a fucking Ammonite. I know the actual creature name, but I'm blanking on it. Ammonite. There we go. It's a squiddy thing, going by like the eyes and everything as well. The beak's just up here. Let's go have a Cthulhu-y mouth as well. I trust her and trust me. A comet. Again, lead by example. Show Omega what we're aiming for. Oh! The shell, like, strobes. That's very cuttlefish, even. Actually, it's like an armored cuttlefish. Oh, the widening of the pupils there. Look how detailed this model is! Oh, it's totally a cuttlefish. Just with the mouth on, like, the forehead. Or equivalent of a forehead. That's your Jedi training, not your Sith training speaking there. I love the Marauders so much. Such a cool ship. Offer her a hand. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, it's kind of like a B-Wing? Her ship? I'll correct myself in the edit if I'm thinking of a different ship than the one I said.
Do I have a high M count?
From what I've seen, no. Seeing as how a high M count would make you a target, consider yourself lucky.
But I'm already a target.
Don't worry about it, kid. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay, interesting.
Let's go get some chow.
I like that. Okay.
Thanks.
There's
Trying.
something else about Omega that yielded a positive result for an M count transfer. Not necessarily that she has an M count. Well, a high M count. Everyone has an M count. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Have that potential. She'd have to be trained, which would mean leaving you behind.
Hmm.
Not happening.
It's the Grogu and Mando point.
I'd leave this place. You're not as safe as you think you are.
As demonstrated by you finding us.
Our business is done.
Okay.
I still can't figure out what side you're on.
My own.
You're not worried about the Empire coming after you?
They can try. But I've got a few lives left.
Okay. I'm wondering. It was in my head in this scene. Again, I haven't read Dark Disciple. I don't know how well this lines up with that, if it directly contradicts. Or if Dark Disciple can occur after this. I don't know if she dies in that story or what. I wonder if there's some line of the line of her having being like a cat, having 9 lives. She's not used up all her lives yet. She has almost died a few times. I'd be curious to count that throughout the show, or throughout the franchise. I'm curious, again, having not read it, if she does die in Dark Disciple. And thus, maybe she didn't die and stay dead. She didn't fully die in that book, and this is her after that fact, and that's them alluding to it. Or maybe she does die in the books after. I don't know. I know there was worry with her popping up in the trailer, just from discussion online that was relatively spoiler-free. I know that there was concern that they were going to be retconning that book with her appearance here. Again, all I know about that is it's her and Quinlan Vos sort of teaming up. But Quinlan, we know he's around for a bit after the founding of the Empire. Again, I estimate this to be taking place about because season 1 was immediately in the wake of season 2 was pretty. There was a bit of a time skip between season 1 and season 2, but not massive. And then I imagine we had a time skip of about the same period of time. It was like 9 months. So I think we're at most 3 years after the establishment of the Empire. With this show, and we know at some point between Order 66 and the Kenobi series that Quinlan follows the path, marks a wall as such. That could be within that span. That could be within the first few weeks of the Empire and the hunt for Jedi and Force sensitives. That could be the first few weeks that happens, and he dies, and maybe against Dark Disciple. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of. It's all up in the air because I haven't read that book and I don't know what happens in it. But I have a strong suspicion that one or the both of them die in it. I think. I mean, I'm gonna watch, and I'm sure they will mention it in their own reaction. I'll watch Blind Wave react to this episode, and I'm sure they will mention in that video whether this does contradict Dark Disciple or not. But if you have read it, let me know in the comments below. Keeping it spoiler free because it is something I intend to read at some point. Does this contradict Dark Disciple? Does Dark Disciple happen before or after this? I am curious just for that rough timeline of events. And I might give that a read later this year or something, just so I can tick that off, because I haven't read much of the Star Wars stuff. I've listened to the Timothy Zahn Thrawn trilogy audiobooks, but I haven't actually read a lot of expanded media stuff. Not Legends, but expanded media. Well, I guess the Thrawn trilogy is Legends. And it was soft canonized in Rebels. But yeah, that's a whole thing. Star Wars canon is relatively easy to follow, but there are a few bumps in it. That has been episode 9, The Harbinger. Ventress being the titular Harbinger, and a warning of this place isn't the safest you think. The Empire's dangerous. A lot of warning of things to come. So, from the trailer, the only thing I can think of that we are yet to see now... I'm sure there are things that are in the trailer that I've just forgotten. But there's like the opening of the trailer, where there's the sort of heist that it looks like they're on, where Fee comes in, helps them escape. And Cad Bane. He's the other big rogue element, I guess, that I know is coming. And I do want to address in this video, because unfortunately this seems to be kind of dominating the online discourse around this season. Is Tech dead? Is Tech gonna come back this season? I really like Tech, so I hope so. But also, I really like Tech. I really liked his death, his final lines. So I really hope we don't. It's like Kino Loy in Andor. Except this was more explicit than what happens with Kino. I really liked that character. I don't want to see him again. I like the ambiguity of what happens to Kino and everyone else from Narkina 5. Tech, I really liked, I want to see more of, but I'd prefer he stays dead. He could be one of the Shadow Troopers, he could be that one Imperial Tech from the first episode who is credited as Imperial Tech, but that's short for Technician. That's not their name. There have been Imperial Techs throughout since the inception of Star Wars. They were on the Death Star and shit. Come on. People are reaching and hoping, and that is with every episode. There are new theories, and people talk about, oh, could this be Tech? Could this be Tech? What if this happened with Tech? I feel like, because we saw, like, they had his goggles on the Marauder in episode 2. That says to me that they found his body. Right? If they found his armor, if they found his helmet, if they found his goggles, and there was no body, we'd know about that. They would have brought that up. They would have spoken about it. Hey, we found Tech. I'm not going to do Wrecker's voice. We found Tech's armor, but we didn't find his body. That would be a big thing we'd be talking about. Because it isn't. I take his goggles having been on the Marauder to be confirmation of they found him, they buried him, and keep the goggles with the ship to remember him by. Or he had multiple sets of goggles, which is also possible. Tenya Ida comes to mind in My Hero Academia, who just has a shit ton of pairs of glasses because he expects them to keep getting broken in training. I have multiple pairs of glasses, like current glasses with the same prescription at the moment, just in case. And they're different styles, because it's fun to swap out and change things out from time to time. I think Tech is dead. I say that with confidence. I will be a little disappointed if he's back, but I will be surprised and I'll probably be happy in the moment. It will just depend on how they handle it if they do bring him back. But I am pretty confident Tech is gone. And I think it's a bit of a shame that that question has continued to dominate the discourse throughout the airing of this season of, oh, is Tech going to come back? Yeah. I forget. I think it was like, again, sorry, slight tangent here. I think it was M&R Productions, one of the big Lego Star Wars guys on YouTube, said in a recent video that he's not watched any of this season yet because he's so fed up with characters dying but then coming back and dying and coming back that he's gonna wait until the season's done, find out if Tech comes back, and then watch it. Yeah, it's disappointing that has been such a focus online, at least, around this show. I've not brought it up much because, again, I don't want to add to that discussion too much, but I'm confident he's gone, and that is the lens through which I am viewing this season. But that has been episode 9. There are 6 episodes to go. I imagine the finale is going to be a 2-parter, maybe even a 3-parter. We had a 3-part premiere. We could have a 3-part finale. If it is a 3-part finale, then what? That gives us 4 more weeks of Bad Batch. If it's a 2-parter, maybe 5 weeks. There might be other 2-parters to come. I don't know. They might do a 2-parter and then a 2-parter for the final 2 weeks. It's all up in the air. But at most, there are 6 weeks left of the Bad Batch, and that is it. That is Star Wars animation done for the time being. There's that High Republic kids show, I know. I don't know if that's like currently airing or if they're between seasons or what, but if that's currently airing, then when this finishes, Star Wars animation on TV isn't finished yet. But if not, this is going to be the end of it for the time being. Yeah. I look forward to the next animated show, but that's I'm getting ahead of myself. Got 6 episodes to go, baby. Okay, I've been Jack Trades. Thank you so much for watching, and until next week, bye.